the Royal Caribbean is going on here? So we have to talk about the ultra successful cruise line that has built quite the reputation over the years for building some of the most innovative, most successful, highly anticipated, and largest cruise ships on the entire planet. I'm of course talking about Royal Caribbean, because according to many in recent times, they believe Royal Caribbean is starting to somewhat lose the plot and become greedy. Royal Caribbean recently conducted a survey with its customers, its consumers, like most cruise lines do, as well as any other service-based industry, to get an idea of what their consumers might want for the future, as well as trying to get a gauge of what they are also willing to pay for. However, Royal Caribbean asked a very controversial question, and that is if they are willing to pay for an edible item, a crowd favorite that is normally free amongst all the other cruise lines. I am of course talking about pizza, a slice of the pie. Royal Caribbean conducted a survey, and just keep in mind this has not been confirmed to be happening, but Royal Caribbean asked its customers, its future passengers and current, if they'd be willing to pay for the Sorrento's pizza, that's the pizza option on board Royal Caribbean ships, while sailing on board the ship for their cruise. And well, let's just say there were a lot of passengers that were not happy. There are two ways to look at this situation in my personal opinion. There is the side where you look at it from the business perspective through an act known as upselling. However, there are some people that are siding with the idea that this is textbook nickel and diming. However, there is a fine line, I would argue, between the two. Obviously, this is not exclusive to just the cruise ship industry. You go to other industries like the movie theater industry. Yes, you pay for the ticket up front. However, the way the theaters make their money primarily is upselling all of you, all the candy, cookie, cake, popcorn, all of that stuff that you're going to enjoy and indulge in and eat while you are actually watching the movie. You go to the airline industry, you're going to have, let's say, budget airlines like Ryanair, EasyJet. Over in the US, you have Spirit and Frontier, where they're going to charge you for every little thing. You want the seats to recline, you want to take a personal bag, you want to put a bag over in the bay, you want front row seats, you're going to have to be charged for it. Circling back over to the cruise ship industry, it is more or less the same. There are your traditional items that are understandable. You want the drink package, you want a dinner package, you want a massage package, all that is available to you. However, on the other end, in the cruise ship industry, there is the controversial stuff. You'll see a lot of cruise lines now. NCL, for example, I'm on board the NCL Viva right now. They have the go-karts in which they upcharge you $15 to $20. They have a virtual reality arcade that they're going to charge you anywhere between $8 to up to $40. And well, it just becomes kind of a normal thing. Carnival has the roller coaster. I believe they still charge you like $10 for like one go around, or maybe they've upped it to two. And then Royal Caribbean, well, they have this situation now potentially with the pizza. But they do have all their other items on board, whether it be the bumper cars, the surfing simulator, the skydiving simulator, iFly, all that stuff is free of charge. However, the idea that the pizza won't be is, well, a little strange. By the way, just to clear things up, because I know some of you loyal to Royal people are going to attack me for it, I do know with iFly, yes, it is select days and times in which it is free, and then they have a list, and once the list is filled up, you do have to pay. I forgot the exact dollar amount. Maybe somebody let me know in the comment section below. But getting back to the pizza situation, I'm going to be real with all of you. I love pizza. I do have a tier list, and I gotta tell you straight up, Sorrento's on Royal Caribbean ships is not even near the top. I would say you have near the top tier as far as the pizza. You have Virgin, you have Carnival, right? On the older ships, the pirate pizza is a bomb, not that Miami slice thing they got on the new Carnival celebration in the Mardi Gras. Norwegian's pizza is pretty good. However, the idea of charging for it, I don't think that's a good idea. You look at Sorrento's, I would say the only time I really go to Sorrento's is on those drunken nights at like 2 in the morning, where I'm either editing or, oh, I'm just ready to go to bed and prepare for my hangover in the morning, and I'm trying to eat some pizza that borderline, in my personal opinion, takes like cardboard from time to time. Hopefully alleviate some of that hangover in the morning by stuffing my face. The reality is that Royal Caribbean is absolutely killing it right now, and they have been for the past couple years. From their marketing to just how they have everything operating on the ship to the app, I do believe they are the best well-oiled machine out there. That is not an argument. You can't argue what your favorite is and what your preferences is. Personally, I'm not really big on the whole suburban mall vibe on Royal Caribbean ships. However, they have, in my personal opinion, the best product out there. There is no doubt about it. However, I do gotta say, when it comes to the upsales and potential nickel and diming in the pizza, for example, if I'm gonna spend, let's say with Icon of the Seas, as hyped up as it is, $50,000 for a suite on board, I better be getting that pizza free. Last year, I was on the inaugural sailing for Wonder of the Seas. I had some subscribers and some friends that were staying inside the ultimate family suite. They told me they paid a whopping $40,000. That, however, did not come with drinks. That did not come with, whenever we went to their private island over in the Caribbean, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, it didn't come come with a cabana, none of that. So they had to continue to be upsold to even after they had spent a whopping $40,000. And you have to understand, $40,000, sure, you got the money, by all means spend it, but whatever scale you're looking at that from, that is still more than a lot of people will make in a single year. Even on, let's say, the low end, or as low as you can get for, let's say, an inaugural sailing or ship launch on the newest ship in the world. For this ship in particular, on board the Norwegian Viva, I paid $6,400 for what's known as a club balcony suite, and usually for most new ships, you are going to get within that range. For me personally, it would be nice if everything on board was free, like the go-karts and the virtual reality simulators and all that, but how I do understand the upselling part, it's just part of business. We're talking about things like pizza, for example. That is a controversial fine line, and it is kind of hard to break that down. However, the idea of cruising, you have to understand in its simplest form. I do say it's a no hassle way of travel. A lot of people just want to go ahead and pay that lump sum, get on the ship, get on, get off, see all these different destinations. It is the best way to do it if you don't want to run around and do all this crazy planning. If you take that whole idea away and you don't give people a convenient option, then what is the difference between going on a cruise ship versus going to a resort, besides the fact that you may be able to go to multiple destinations in a week, which, yeah, of course, that's pretty cool, but still, I think you get the idea. I know this is somewhat of a small topic for some of you folk out there. However, I like my pizza. Like I said, I don't play about my pizza. And if I had to pay $5 per slice for a piece of cardboard, well, I'm definitely going to have a problem, especially considering other lines are not trying to compete on that level. There are people that are arguing that Royal Caribbean is getting a little greedy, a little power hungry, and if they are going to start charging for pizza, personally, I would definitely agree as well. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Would it affect you? I'm going to ask the same survey question. Would you be willing to pay for some Sorrentos if you've been on Royal Caribbean ships? Would you be willing to pay for pizza on a cruise ship at all, for that matter? If it was just, I want to say, I hate to say it, mid-tier type pizza to low-tier pizza, would you be willing to pay for it? Maybe if you were drunk enough, I guess it wouldn't really matter. But of course, let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit that like button on your way out, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see all of you later. Take it easy.